the Minnesota School of the Air. The Minnesota School of the Air presents Old Tales and New, a tape-transcribed story program for the primary grades. These broadcasts come to you at 11 o'clock each Monday morning and 2:15 each Thursday afternoon throughout the school year. Today's story is called Lumpy's Easter. As you know, Easter is past, and I suppose all of you did some things that were the same and some things that were a little bit different this Easter. Well, our story today tells about a rabbit named Lumpy and the Easter that he had. The story begins about a week ago. Lumpy was sitting in the woods under a big pine tree, just thinking.
Oh, how grand it will be when I get to be an Easter rabbit. I'll deliver gold eggs and blue eggs and speckled eggs and eggs with pictures on them, and I'll never break a one. But that time will never come. I've waited for 2 years to be an Easter rabbit, and I know I'd be a very good one if they'd only let me. Why, I'd go to every single house and leave enough eggs for everyone. No one would be forgotten. I'd have a very good memory, and I'd be...
Rabbit?
Oh, you startled me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you. I wanted you to talk to me.
Well, sit down. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't care. You see, I live on a farm by the edge of the woods, and, well, everybody's so busy there that they don't have time to talk to me today.
No, I've got lots of time. I was just sitting thinking about the time when I get to be an Easter rabbit.
Are you going to be an Easter rabbit?
Well, someday. I hope.
What's your name?
Lumpy. What's yours?
Janet Thompson. I'm very pleased to meet you, Lumpy. You're the first rabbit I've ever met who didn't run away when he saw a person.
No, I don't like to run. I just like to sit and think.
Oh, don't you even like to hop?
I don't think so.
Well, what do you mean? You don't think so?
Well, I never tried, but it looks like an awful lot of work to me.
Oh, but it really isn't, Lumpy. You should try it sometime. I like to hop.
Well, I didn't know people hop.
Oh, sometimes, just for play, and sometimes we run and skip, too.
By my long ears, that is something.
Oh, but Lumpy, if you sit and think all the time, well, what do you think about? I should think you'd run out of things to think about after a while.
Well, most of the time I think about what a good Easter rabbit I could be. You know, I'd be so careful. I wouldn't forget anybody, and I'd never break the eggs. And every basket would have different colored eggs in it, red and green.
This is a recorded educational aids to learning tape reproduced by the American Printing House for the Blind through the cooperation of the University of Minnesota. For further information regarding this program, please address the American Printing House for the Blind, 1839 Frankfort Avenue, Louisville 6, Kentucky.
Fun with speech. The South Dakota School of the Air, in cooperation with the Department of Public Health and the University School of Education, presents by tape recording Fun with Speech.
Hello, girls and boys. This is Alice, the speech lady. Today we're going to talk about the motorboat sound. While you are getting ready to hear about the motorboat, your teacher is going to get ready too. She has cut small strips of colored paper, about 3 inches long and 1 inch wide. She is going to place one of these strips on each of your desks. You may look at it and then see if you can leave it on your desk without playing with it. If you leave it alone, it will be ready to use when we need it. Before we begin having fun with speech, I'm going to ask you the riddle for today. Here it is. What things are in this room that begin with a motorboat sound? At the end of the program, we will see how many correct answers you can have. We are going to get ready by reaching your hands above your heads as high as you can. Reach higher, higher, higher. Oh, you're almost pushing on the ceiling. Let your hands drop, relaxed into your lap. Let's try that again so we can really stretch your arms. Reach up, high, higher, higher, oh so high. Let your arms drop, relaxed into your lap. Let your legs stretch longer, 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 longer. Oh, so long. Now let them drop, relaxed on the floor. Let's try that again so we can really stretch your legs. Stretch them longer, longer, longer. Oh, so long. Let them drop, relaxed on the floor. Now let's sit taller, taller, taller. Your head feels like it is almost ready to touch the ceiling. Now relax. Relax. See if you can sit still taller by repeating this. Sit taller, 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 oh so tall. Now relax. If your ears are in good working order today, you can do what this tells you to do. I have 2 hands. I clap, clap, clap. I stretch them at my sides. I open them. I shut them. I clap, clap, clap. Now I lay them in my lap. If we repeat this, I'm sure all of your ears will be working. Ready? I have 2 hands. I clap, clap, clap. I stretch them at my sides. I open them. I shut them. I clap, clap, clap. Now I lay them in my lap. Now listen to these noises that animals make. Can you guess the kind of animal it is? That's a cow.
Quack, quack, quack.
That's a duck. And that is a cat. That's right. That's a pig. Yes, that's a donkey. And that's a dog. And that's a chicken. Well, now let's pretend that we are pigs. A pig has a snout. Put your lips together and push them way out like a pig's snout. Now let's pretend that we are cats. Put your teeth together and pull your lips way back like we are grinning. And now let's pretend we are rabbits. Put your lips together and wiggle them from side to side. When I name these animals, see if you can make your face look like the animal. Pig, cat, rabbit, pig, cat, rabbit, pig, cat, rabbit. Have you ever seen an elephant with a big long trunk? He moves his trunk up and down to say, how do you do? Let your tongue be the elephant's trunk. It comes way out of your mouth. It goes up toward your nose and down towards your chin. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The elephant says, how do you do? Let's play Oh, E, ah. Listen to it first. O, E, ah. My lips are very round when I say O. My lips are in a smile when I say E. My jaw drops far, far down when I say ah. O, E, ah. Ho, he, ha. E, ah, o. He, ha, ho. Ah, o, e. Ha, ho, he. Now let's do it together. Ready? O, E, ah. My lips are very round when I say O. My lips are in a smile when I say E. My jaw drops far, far down when I say ah. O, E, ah. Ho, he, ha. E, ah, o. He, ha, ho. Ah, o, e. Ha, ho, he. Well, that's hard, but I hope your teacher will help you with that after we leave today. How many of you boys and girls have taken a ride in a motorboat? Sometimes we go fishing in a motorboat, and sometimes we just go riding in one. One time I went riding in one. It went so very fast that it threw sprays of water all over my face. It went so slow that I thought we weren't moving at all. The motorboat makes a noise. Listen to see if you can hear the motorboat sound in this poem. Would you like to take a ride in a little motorboat? A boat that goes... She'll take you all around the lake and bring you back again with a happy little... Now take the strip of colored paper that is on your desk. Hold it by one end in front of your mouth. If you make the motorboat sound correctly, the strip of paper will jump. The motorboat goes slowly. You make it with me slowly. Does your paper strip jump? Now it goes faster. It goes... You make yours go faster with mine. It goes still faster. You make yours go still faster. Now, every time I make the motorboat sound, you raise your hand. Ah, oo, e, ah, e, o, ah. Tell me which word has the motorboat sound in it. Cow, horse, pig. Well, my paper jumped when I said pig. Boy, people, girl. My paper jumped when I said people. Puppy, dog, cat. My paper jumped when I said puppy. Tell me whether the motorboat sound is at the beginning or the end of this word. Pencil, that's at the beginning. Cup, that's at the end. Pony, that's at the beginning. Pansy, penny. Shop. Have you ever played echo? An echo is your own voice coming back to you. When I was a little girl, I used to go outside and yell. I would yell, "Hello, how are you?" Then I'd listen, and I'd hear, "Hello, how are you?" coming back just the way I had said it. You pretend you are my echo. I'll say some nonsense sounds, and you be my echo and send them back to me. Pay, pay, pay. Pie, pie, pie. Po, po, po. Poo, poo, poo. App, app, app. Ep, ep, ep. Ip, ip, ip. Op, op, op. Oop, oop, oop. Well, some of you were very good echoes. Can you hear the motorboat sound in this poem? Pop, 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 says the popcorn in the pan. Pop, 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 you can catch me if you can. In what words did you hear the motorboat sound used? In pop. Did you notice that there were two in pop, one at the beginning and one at the end? Was there another word? That's right, popcorn. There were also two in popcorn, one at the beginning and one in the middle. There is another word which has only one. Yes, it is in pan. Let's say that poem together. I'll say one line, and then you say it. Pop, pop, pop. Says the popcorn in the pan. Pop, pop, pop. You can catch me if you can. Now can we say it all together? Pop, 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 says the popcorn in the pan. Pop, pop, pop. You can catch me if you can. Well, that was very good. Have you been thinking about the answer to your riddle? What things in this room begin with the motorboat sound? What answers did you have? Did you have pen, paper, pencil, paint, paste, picture, window pane? Well, maybe you can think of more after I leave, because now it's time for me to say goodbye, girls and boys, until next week.
By tape recording, you've been listening to Fun with Speech, a South Dakota School of the Air program presented in cooperation with the Department of Health and the University School of Education. This series is written by Ethel Bridgeford Groth.
We hope that you've enjoyed this recording, and for more happy listening,
Fun with Speech. The South Dakota School of the Air, in cooperation with the Department of Public Health and the University School of Education, presents by tape recording Fun with Speech.
Hello, girls and boys. This is Alice. The winner of our rhyme contest has been selected. In fact, there are two winners. So listen at the end of this program and you shall hear the names and the winning lines. Today we are going to talk about the naughty mosquito. Our riddle for today is, what has an eye but cannot see? The answer to this riddle begins with the mosquito sound. Can you guess the answer? I like to rest and listen. Let me listen while I rest. My eyes are closed so I can't see. I'll listen while you count for me. Shh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now listen while I rest again. You rest and listen while I say this again. I like to rest and listen. Let me listen while I rest. My eyes are closed so I can't see. I'll listen while you count for me. Shh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now listen while I rest again. Some words sound alike. Some words sound different. Can you hear the word that sounds different? You will hear 3 words. These words shall be repeated, but one word will be different. Can you hear the word that is different? Try. Was, wish, look. Was, wish, like. Of course, like is different. It should have been look. Saw, stop, may. Saw, stop, my. Yes, my is different. It should have been may. Ear, snow, jump. Our snow, jump. Our is different. It should have been ear. Now you tell me the rest. Call, had, show. Call, hide, show. Cap, book, stick. Cap, bark, stick. Wet, half, neck. Wait, half, neck. How very well some of you boys and girls are learning to use your ears. Now open wide your mouth. Hold it open and say, A, E, I, O, U. Did you notice that your tongue had to move to make those sounds come out right? Well, let's try it again. A, E, I, O, U. This time some of you didn't let your mouths stay open. We'll have to do it again so all of you can hold your mouths wide open. Open. A, E, I, O, U. Well, that was better. Now let's blow soap bubbles. You can make the bubbles with your hands. The longer you blow on one breath, the larger will be the bubble your hand will make. Ready? Blow, blow, bang. There you clap your hands together. Let's blow another. Blow, 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 bang. That one broke too. I guess we'll have to blow another. Blow, 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 bang. Oh, that was fun. Naughty old mosquito singing round my head. If I ever catch her, she surely will be dead. Mm, 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 mm. bit me on the elbow, bit me on the nose. Bit me on the forehead, bit me on the toes. Tired of being all bit up, tired of that old sound. If I ever catch her, she won't sing it long. The mosquito sound is made like the clock sound and the woodpecker sound. Your tongue tip touches the hard ridge behind your upper teeth. Now put the tips of your fingers on the side of your nose. Make the mosquito sound. Do you feel the vibration in your nose? Well, that's because you are sending the air out through your nose. Let's make the mosquito sound again. Do you remember another sound we make by sending the air through our noses? Yes, it's the humming top sound. Do you hear the difference? Well, let's make the mosquito sound. Now the humming top sound. And now the mosquito sound. I'm going to make some of the sounds we know. Whenever I make the mosquito sound, you stand up. P. Wa. Ba. T. D. Listen to this song with the mosquito sound in it. Girls and boys, will you sing it with Carol? Listen to the first part. It goes like this. Nee, nee, nine, no, tip of the tongue to ridge just so. Now sing that much with Carol. Nee, nee, nine, no, tip of the tongue to ridge just so. Then it goes like this. Sing that much with Carol. Nee, nee, nine, Let's try to sing the entire song with Carol.
Nee, nee, no, no, tip of the tongue to reach just so. Nee, nee, no, through the nose the must go.
That was fine, and we want to thank Carol for singing for us. Listen for the mosquito sound in this poem. 3 little rabbits were eating their lunch, nibblety, nibblety, nib. With their heads all together, oh, how they did munch, nibblety, nibblety, nib. They nibbled so hard, and they all were so quick, nibblety, nibblety, nib, that they finished it up before you'd say tick, nibblety, nibblety, nib. Did you hear the mosquito sound in nibblety, nibblety, nib? Well, let's say that together. Nibblety, nibblety, nib. Now let's say the poem together. I'll say part of it, and you repeat it after me. 3 little rabbits were eating their lunch. Nibblety, nibblety, nib. With their heads all together, oh, how they did munch, nibblety, nibblety, nib. They nibbled so hard, and they all were so quick, nibblety, nibblety, nib. That they finished it up before you'd say tick, nibblety, nibblety, nib. Do you think you could say the entire poem at the same time I do? Well, let's try it. 3 little rabbits were eating their lunch, nibblety, nibblety, nib. With their heads all together, oh, how they did munch, nibblety, nibblety, nib. They nibbled so hard, and they all were so quick, nibblety, nibblety, nib, that they finished it up before you'd say tick, nibblety, nibblety, nib. If you boys and girls will say that together a few more times, I'm sure each of you will learn to say it all alone. Have you thought of the answer to our riddle, what has an eye but cannot see? Why, of course, it's a needle. And now it's time to give you the winner in our rhyme contest. And now until a week from this Friday, when we'll be back with a carnival of fun, this is Alice saying goodbye, girls and boys.
By tape recording, you've been listening to Fun with Speech, a South Dakota School of the Air program presented in cooperation with the Department of Health and the University School of Education. This series is written by Ethel Bridgeford Grote.
We hope that you've enjoyed this recording, and for more happy listening, please
Fun with Speech. The South Dakota School of the Air, in cooperation with the Department of Public Health and the University School of Education, presents by tape recording Fun with Speech.
Hello, girls and boys. This is Alice. Here's your riddle for today. Every fall we celebrate a day in memory of our forefathers, the Pilgrims. We celebrate it by having a feast with turkey, cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie. The name of this day begins with the old Grey Goose sound. Can you guess this day? Well, now it's time to relax. This is my quiet time. My hands are still. My feet are still. My head is down. My eyes are closed. This is my quiet time. I am resting, 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 with arms and legs so free. I stretch and stretch and stretch them, just like a big green tree. Well, now that you have rested, let's see how well your ears can listen. If you listen closely, you will be able to do all the things this poem tells you to do. First, though, let's see if you know which is your right and which is your left. Hold up your right hand. Hold up your right foot. Hold up your left hand. Hold up your left foot. Can you remember that? Then stand up and listen and follow these directions. This is my right hand. Hold it up high. This is my left hand. I'll touch the sky. Right hand, left hand, turn them around. Left hand, right hand, pound, pound, pound. This is my right foot. Tap, tap, tap. This is my left foot. Pat, pat, pat. Right foot, left foot. Run, run, run. Left foot, right foot. Jump, jump for fun. Face right, face left. Turn round and round. Face left, face right. Jump up and down. Right hand, left hand. Clap, clap, clap. Right foot, left foot. Tap, tap, tap. And now for our story today. The big black cat liked to eat little mice. It wasn't safe for Baby Mouse to play outside because the black cat might catch him and eat him up. One day Baby Mouse asked his mother if he could go outdoors to play. Mother Mouse thought very seriously and then said, "You know the big black cat is our enemy. If he sees you, he will try to catch you. When you go outdoors, you must always remember to open the door wide. Look straight out to see if the cat is there. Look up in the air to see if the cat is there. Look down on the ground to see if the cat is there. Look round the corner to your right to see if the cat is there. Look round the corner to your left to see if the cat is there. If you do not see the cat, you can stay outdoors and play. If you see the cat, run inside and close the door quickly." All right, girls and boys, let's pretend that your mouth is the mouse's home. Your tongue is the baby mouse. Your lips are the doors. You do what Baby Mouse did. So Baby Mouse went to the door. He opened the door wide. He looked way out. The cat wasn't there. He looked up in the air. The cat wasn't there. He looked down on the ground. The cat wasn't there. He looked to the right. The cat wasn't there. He looked to the left. There the cat was. He ran inside very fast, and he closed the door. After a little while, the baby mouse went to the door again. He opened the door wide. He looked way out. The cat wasn't there. He looked up in the air. The cat wasn't there. He looked down on the ground. The cat wasn't there. He looked to the right. The cat wasn't there. He looked to the left. There the cat was. He ran inside very fast, and he closed the door. Now play that you are a moving man. You help to move something very big, and you're puffing for breath. Puff, 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 puff. Now, stick your tongue out so that just the tip of it shows between your teeth. Pull it back into your mouth. Your tongue peeks out. Pull it back. It peeks out. Pull it back. It peeks out, back, peek, back. Oh, that was good. I wonder how many of you can tell me what a gander is. Well, you're right if you said that a gander is a daddy goose. Our new sound is about a big goose, whose name is Old Gander Bill. Old Gander Bill was a handsome old fellow. His feathers were white, and his bill was yellow. He liked to chase little girls and boys, and whenever he ran, he made this noise. And that was to say, I'd like to bite your legs today. When any little boy saw Old Gander Bill, he let out a yell and scampered uphill. That old gander could make boys bellow, for he was as mean as his bill was yellow. To make the old goose sound, we have to let the tip of our tongue just peek out between our teeth, and while it is out, we blow out our breath stream, like this. Put the palms of your hands together, flat. Now push the top hand forward a little bit, just like your tongue moves forward. At the same time, say, when you pull your hands back, your tongue goes back. Let's try it again. Hands together, push, back, push, back, push, back, push, back. This time I'm going to tell you another poem about an old gray goose. Every time I make the goose sound, you make it with me. Ready? The old gray goose am I. I stretch my neck and cry at puppies passing by. I like to make them cry. When puppies jump and run, I think it's lots of fun. I'm sure they'd like to be an old gray goose like me. Listen for the goose sound. I shall say 2 words. You tell me which one has the goose sound. Tree, 3. Yes, the last one. 3. Thought, fought. Yes, the first one. Thought. Now you tell me. Thumb, sum. Tin, thin. Thaw, saw. They, day. Tick, thick. Have you ever watched a cage of monkeys playing? They climb about and swing by their tails. If you listen closely, you will hear them talking to each other. They say, they, thee, thee. Would you like to talk like monkeys? Your tongue must just peek out between your teeth every time you say they or thee. Listen. Little monkey in the tree, this is what he says to me. They, thee, thee. Monkey jumps from limb to limb while I chatter back to him. Thee, they, thee. This time you do the monkey talk with me. Little monkey in the tree, this is what he says to me. They, thee. Monkey jumps from limb to limb while I chatter back to him. Thee, they. Do you hear the old goose sound in this poem? Thumpity, 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 thump. Teddy is thumping his drum. Thumpity, 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 thump. Teddy will march with his drum. Thumpity, 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 thump. Tommy will join in the march. Thumpity, 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 thump. Teddy and Tommy will march. Thumpity, 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 thump. Join in the march with the boys. Thumpity, 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 thump. Oh, what a thumpity noise. What words did you hear it in? That's right, in thumpity, 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 thump. Play that you have a drum. You would swing your arms as if you were beating it. You would say, thumpity, 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 thump, and your tongue would peek out on each word. Let's play our drums together. Thumpity, 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 thump. Thumpity, 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 thump. Would you like to learn the rest of the words to that poem? I'll help you by saying 2 lines at a time. You repeat them after me. Are you ready? All right. Thumpity, 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 thump. Teddy is thumping his drum. Thumpity, 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 thump. Teddy will march with his drum. Thumpity, 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 thump. Tommy will join in the march. Thumpity, 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 thump. Teddy and Tommy will march. Thumpity, 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 thump. Join in the march with the boys. Thumpity, 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 thump. Oh, what a thumpity noise. Wouldn't it be fun to say that at home to your mother and daddy tonight? Have you guessed our riddle word for today? It's the name of a day in the fall which we observe in memory of the Pilgrims. On this day we have a feast. The name of this day begins with the old Grey Goose sound. What is it? That's right, it's Thanksgiving Day. I hope you'll practice using the old Grey Goose sound all week, for next week I shall tell you about the clock.
By tape recording, you've been listening to Fun with Speech, a South Dakota School of the Air program presented in cooperation with the Department of Health and the University School of Education. This series is written by Ethel Bridgeford Gross.
We hope that you've enjoyed this recording, and for more happy listening, please.
Fun with Speech. The South Dakota School of the Air, in cooperation with the Department of Public Health and the University School of Education, presents by tape recording Fun with Speech.
Hello, girls and boys. Today we are going to begin a contest. The first 5 schools that can answer our riddle correctly shall have their school and their teacher named over the radio 2 weeks from today. All you have to do is write the answer to our riddle on a 2-penny postcard and mail it to the South Dakota School of the Air, station KUSD, Vermilion, South Dakota. Be sure to give the name of your school and your teacher's name. Our riddle is this. I'm thinking of 5 things that we can buy in a grocery store that begin with the boo sound. What are they? Should I repeat that? I'm thinking of 5 things that we can buy in a grocery store that begin with the boo sound. What are they? Remember, if you are one of the first 5 schools to answer this riddle correctly, the name of your school and teacher will be given over the air on this program 2 weeks from today. Do you remember that we always relax before we work to have better speech? Today, let us yawn and yawn and yawn. Let us yawn as wide as can be. Let us yawn again and again. We are resting, as you see. Let us stretch and stretch and stretch. Let us stretch as far as can be. Let us stretch again and again. We are rested, as you see. Now we are ready to listen. The music is going to make rhythms like our feet do when they are moving. Listen, what does this tell us the feet are doing? Well, that sounds like your feet are walking. Walk around the room in time to this music. Let's listen to the next rhythm. What would your feet do to that? Well, let's run around the room in time to that music. Here is the next one to listen to. That is marching. Let's stand up tall and march as the drum tells us to. Now let's listen with our ears and tell what the different rhythms tell us. This time we are going to stay in our seats. All right? What was that? All right, here is the next one. What was that? All right, here is the next one. What was that? All right, here's the next one. What was that? Well, here's the next one. Now we have one more. What was that? All right. Have you ever watched a little kitty drink her milk? She sticks her tongue way out into the dish. Then she brings it back into her mouth. Let's pretend we are kittens lapping up our dish of milk. Little kitty laps her milk. Lap, lap, lap. Her tongue goes out, her tongue goes in. Lap, lap, lap. Little kitty likes her milk. Lap, lap, lap. Oh, see her tongue go out and in. Lap, lap, lap. Open your mouth and curl up the edges of your tongue to make a bowl. Close your mouth and swallow. Now do it again. Open your mouth, curl up the edges of your tongue, close your mouth. When you get home tonight, I wish you'd look in the mirror to do this. See how nice a bowl you can make with your tongue. Now listen to this. Everybody laugh with me. Ha ha ho ho hee hee hee. Ha ha ho ho hee hee hee. Everybody laugh with glee. Ha ha ho ho hee hee hee. Ha ha ho ho hee hee hee. Let's try doing that all together. Everybody laugh with me. Ha ha ho ho hee hee hee. Ha ha ho ho hee hee hee. Everybody laugh with glee. Ha ha ho ho hee hee hee. Ha ha ho ho hee hee hee. Now we have a story for today. Johnny was a little boy only 5 years old. When the sun was shining and it was warm, Johnny played outdoors. He had a tricycle that he could ride up and down the street on. He had a red wagon that he could haul rocks in. He had a yellow car that he could make roads in the sand with. There were other boys and girls who lived nearby who would come to play with him. My, what fun Johnny did have. One morning, after Johnny got out of bed, he looked out the window. It was raining. The streets were all wet. The yard was all wet. Johnny couldn't go out to play. What could he do all day long indoors? Johnny thought and thought. What could he do? I know what I'll do. I'll play hide and seek. Then when Mother comes to find me, I'll jump out and scare her, Johnny thought. So quietly he hid behind the door. Johnny, Johnny, will you come here? Called Mother. Johnny was as quiet as he could be. Johnny, Johnny, called Mother again. Johnny didn't make a sound. Suddenly he heard Mother coming. When she was right by the door, Johnny jumped out and shouted, "Boo!" My, how frightened Mother was. She jumped right up into the air. Then when she saw it was Johnny, she laughed. That was a lot of fun. Johnny was looking out of the window, watching the people passing by in the rain. Suddenly he spied his big sister running up the walk. I'll play boo with her, thought Johnny. Quickly he hid behind the door. Just as she opened the door to come in, Johnny jumped out and said in a big voice, "Boo!" My, how frightened he made his sister. She was so frightened, she dropped the package she was carrying. Then when she saw it was Johnny, she laughed and gave him a big hug. And that was a lot of fun. Who else can I play boo with? Thought Johnny. Just then, he saw Father sitting on the davenport reading the paper. I'll scare Father, thought Johnny. So he walked up to Father very quietly. When he was almost there, he said in a loud voice, "Boo!" Father was so frightened that he jumped right up from the davenport and dropped the paper. Then he laughed out loud and said, "Johnny, I think the rain is over now. Let's go outside and play." That's the end of our story, and now let's us make the scaring sound. Clasp your hands together very tight. Are your lips closed tightly too? Now pull with all your might. boo. When your hands came apart, your lips opened too, and out came the sound of boo. Let's do it again. Hands together, pull, boo. And again. Hands together, pull, boo. Now will you scare me? Hide your head on your desk. Now pretend I am walking right by your desk. Scare me. Oh, my goodness, how you frightened me. Now listen for the boo sound. When I say it, raise your hand. B, p, e, ah, b, ah, o, b, p, b, o, b. Tell me which word you hear the boo sound in. Red, green, blue. Yes, in blue. House, barn, chicken coop. It was in barn. Bear, camel, elephant. Yes, it was in bear. Tell me if you hear the boo sound at the beginning, middle, or end of these words. Boy. It was in the beginning. Crib. It was at the end. Rabbit. Of course, it was in the middle. Bear. Cabbage. Tub. Book. I hope you got those right. Now, girls and boys, the boo sound is also in what the goat says. The goat says ba. Do you hear the boo sound there? I'm going to say a poem, and I want you to say ba with me. Nibble Nose is our pet goat. Ba, ba, ba. He has a soft and silky coat. Ba, ba, ba. He gets his lunch by nibbling grass. Ba, ba, ba. And greets the children as they pass. Ba, ba, ba. He talks to us while we're in school. Ba, ba, ba. He talks when it's against the rule. Ba, ba, ba. Day by day he grows and grows. Ba, ba, ba. He'll soon grow up, our Nibble Nose. Ba, ba, ba. Boys and girls, do you remember our riddle? I'm thinking of 5 things that we can buy at a grocery store that begin with the boo sound. What are they? Write your answer on a 2-penny postcard, along with the name of your school and your teacher. If you are one of the first 5 schools to answer it correctly, your school and teacher will be named over this program 2 weeks from today. Don't forget. Next week at this time, I'm going to tell you about the humming top. Until then, goodbye, girls and boys.
By tape recording, you've been listening to Fun with Speech, a South Dakota School of the Air program presented in cooperation with the Department of Health and the University School of Education. This series is written by Ethel Bridgeford Grote.
We hope that you've enjoyed this recording, and for more happy listening, please visit otrcat.com.
This is a recorded educational aids to learning tape reproduced by the American Printing House for the Blind through the cooperation of the University of Minnesota. For further information regarding this program, please address the American Printing House for the Blind, 1839 Frankfort Avenue, Louisville 6, Kentucky.
Fun with Speech. The South Dakota School of the Air, in cooperation with the Department of Public Health and the University School of Education, presents by tape recording Fun with Speech.
Hello, girls and boys. Listen. Do you know the name of that song? Our riddle word for today is the first word in its name. It begins with a blowing sound, which I shall tell you about later. Listen to the song again. It may help you to think of our riddle word, which I shall ask you at the end of the program. Now, do you know what a hinge is? Look around the room and see if you can find a hinge. Do you see the hinges on the door? They are what help you to open and close the door. What happens to the hinges of a door if they are never used? That's right. They become rusty and squeak. Did you know our body has hinges too? If we do not keep them exercised and use them often, they become rusty and squeak when we move. How would we walk if we didn't have these hinges, or joints as we call them? How would we look? Let's name some of the places we find hinges in our bodies. There are hinges at your waist. Stand up and bend your waist hinge. Bend, straighten up. Bend, straighten up. There are hinges at your neck. Bend your head down. Hold it up. Bend it down. Hold it up. There are hinges in your arm. Bend your arm. Straighten your arm. Bend it. Straighten it. There are hinges in your knees. Bend your knee. Straighten it. Bend it. Straighten it. There are hinges in your ankles. Bend one ankle, straighten it. Bend the other ankle, straighten it. There are hinges in your jaws. Open your mouth, close it. Open it, close it. Do what this game tells you as we wake up all the hinges in our bodies. My body is hinges because everything bends, from the top of my head clear down to my ends. I'm hinges in front. I'm hinges in back. I have to be hinges, or else I would crack. Now let's see everyone sitting with good posture, so these hinges are in the right places. Here's our story. Bobby had a birthday. His grandmother had given him $2 to buy what he wanted at the toy shop. Today was the day he could go to the toy shop and select his own present. Oh, what fun that would be. There were so many things. Listen and see whether you can tell what Bobby saw in the toy shop. What was that? Oh, what a nice train that was. But it cost a lot of money. What was that? It would be nice to have a black toy dog. What was that? Bobby had found a nice big ball that he could bounce. What was that? Bobby liked to play cops and robbers with the other boys. What was that? Bobby needed a hammer to build a doghouse. How would you have spent $2 if you had been Bobby? Now for some exercises. My tongue can do so many things. Just look and you will see. It can sweep. Close your lips and let your tongue sweep all around inside your mouth. It can go up and down. Now open your mouth and let your tongue go way up to the top. Now down, up, down, up, down. It can go in and out. Open your mouth. Let your tongue go out, go in, go out, go in. Now it sweeps around and around. Now way inside it sweeps. Sweep the roof of your mouth from front to back. Now it jumps gaily up and down. Open your mouth. Your tongue jumps up to touch your nose, down to touch your chin. Up, down, up, down. My tongue can do so many things. Your tongue can do so many things. Just try and you will see. It can sweep. It can go up and down. It can go out and in. Now it sweeps around and around. Now way inside it sweeps. Now it jumps gaily up and down. Your tongue can do so many things. Now round your lips into an O. Stick your lips way out. Say, O. Now smile a big smile and say, E. Now say, O, E, O, E, O, E, O, E, O, E. Have you ever heard the music of the wind in the trees? The voice of nature singing in the breeze. Will you stand up? Put your hands on your waist. Round your lips and push them forward. Now take a deep breath and send it out as a gentle wind sound. When I repeat this verse, you make the music of the wind with me. Have you heard the music of the wind in the trees? The voice of nature singing in the breeze. How old are you? Is your birthday pretty soon? The thing I like best about my birthday is having a big cake. It's a big layer cake with lots of frosting and pink and white. And on the very top are candles, one candle for each year. After the candles are lit, I like to make a wish and then try to blow them all out with one puff of my breath. I had a birthday yesterday and a birthday cake with candles on it all lit up. Oh, my goodness sake. Daddy said, now take a breath. Now let her go, old scout. I said, with all my might, and everyone went out. Now my birthday's over. A long, long time must go before I have another cake with candles I can blow. Put your hand in front of your mouth, and you can feel the blowing sound. I'm going to tell you about the birthday cake again. This time you make the blowing sound with me. I had a birthday cake, and a birthday cake with candles all lit up. Oh, my goodness sake. Daddy said, now take a breath. Now let her go, old scout. I said, with all my might, and everyone went out. Now my birthday's over. A long, long time must go before I have another cake with candles I can blow. Can you hear the blowing sound? Tell me if it's at the beginning or middle of this word. White. Yes, that's at the beginning. Somewhat. That is in the middle. Whisper. Wheelbarrow. Bob White. Pinwheel. How many blowing sounds do you hear in this sentence? Where did you find the white whistle? Yes, there were 3. What were the words? Of course, where, white, and whistle. How many blowing sounds do you hear in this sentence? I rode everywhere on my wheel. There were 2. What were the words? Everywhere, wheel. How many are there in this? Why did you whisper to her? Yes, there were 2 again. What were they? Yes, why and whisper. 10 little candles on a chocolate cake. Now there are 8. 8 little candles on a candlestick. Now there are 6. 6 little candles and not one more. Now there are 4. 4 little candles, red, white, and blue. Now there are 2. 2 little candles standing in the sun. Now there is none. Hold up both hands with your 10 fingers sticking up. Pretend your fingers are candles and that you are blowing them out. When you blow out a candle, bend the finger down. Are you ready? 10 little candles on a chocolate cake. Now there are 8. 8 little candles on a candlestick. Now there are 6. 6 little candles and not one more. Now there are 4. 4 little candles, red, white, and blue. Now there are 2. 2 little candles standing in the sun. Now there are none. Listen for the blowing sound in this verse. Whoa, 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 Dan. Oh, oh, he's running away. Stop him, stop him. Whoa, Dan, whoa. What words did you hear it in? Yes, in whoa. You say this verse with me. Be sure you blow hard on the word whoa. I'll say a line first, and then you repeat it. Whoa, 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 Dan. Oh. Oh, oh, he's running away. Stop him, stop him. Whoa, Dan, whoa. Have you thought of our riddle word? The first word in the title of this song has the blowing sound. What is it? The name of it is Whistle While You Work. Our riddle word is whistle. That's the first word in the title. While is another word in the title that begins with a blowing sound. Probably you can guess some of the speech fun we'll have next week when I come back to tell you about the mad cat. Until then, this is Alice saying goodbye.
By tape recording, you've been listening to Fun with Speech, a South Dakota School of the Air program presented in cooperation with the Department of Health and the University School of Education. This series is written by Ethel Bridgeford Grote.
We hope that you've enjoyed this recording, and for more happy listening, please...
This is a recorded educational Aids to Learning tape reproduced by the American Printing House for the Blind through the cooperation of the University of Minnesota. For further information regarding this program, please address the American Printing House for the Blind, 1839 Frankfort Avenue, Louisville 6, Kentucky.
Fun with Speech. The South Dakota School of the Air, in cooperation with the Department of Public Health and the University School of Education, presents by tape recording Fun with Speech.
Hello, girls and boys. This is Alice, the speech lady. Today I'm going to tell you about the tired old man. Have you ever been all tired out from running very fast? Have you ever listened to the sounds you make when you're tired? The tired old man makes the same sounds. See whether you can guess the answer to this riddle at the end of the program. Here is the riddle. Some boys and girls have names that begin with the tired old man sound. How many can you guess? In Fun with Speech, it is always necessary to get ready to listen, to think better, and to do better. We get ready by resting, by relaxing. Let's get ready by doing just what I tell you to do. I am sleepy, very sleepy. I want to stretch and yawn. I'll close my eyes and just pretend that daylight time has gone. I'll breathe so softly, be so still, a little mouse might creep across the floor because he thought that I was fast asleep. I'll listen for a bell to ring, or maybe for a bird to sing. And then I'll be so very still, I'll drop my head far down. I'll cross my legs and make believe that I'm a sleepy clown. Are you a sleepy clown? Well, our speech helpers have exercises to do to help them work better. So let's use our ears and do just what you hear. All the boys stand up. Sit down. All the girls stand up. Sit down. Raise your hand. Shake your hand. Put your hands in your lap. Shake one foot. Shake the other foot. Put both feet flat on the floor. Open your mouth. Close your mouth. Stand up. Jump. Now sit down. Some of you have very good ears and listen very well. Have you ever seen the wigwag signal at the railroad crossing? When the train is coming, it goes back and forth, back and forth. Let us see if your tongue can be a wigwag signal. Move it out to the right and then to the left. Here comes the train. The wigwag signal goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now the train is gone. Let's do that again. Here comes another train. The wigwag signal goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now the train is gone. Now make believe your tongue is a telephone pole. Open your mouth wide and touch your tongue to the little shelf behind your upper front teeth.
Hold it straight as can be while I count to 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close your mouth. Some of your telephone poles weren't very straight. Let's try it again. Open, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. That was better. Now listen for some of the funny old man sounds. Ooh, I wish I had an ice cream cone. Ee, Mother says I may have one. Ah, how good it looks. Aw, I dropped it. Did you hear some of the funny old man sounds there? Let's say that together, and let's make our mouths go just like we made them go when we said the funny old man. Oh, I wish I had an ice cream cone. Ee, Mother says I may have one. Ah, how good it looks. Aw, I dropped it. And now you're ready for the story of the tired old man. Once upon a time, there was an old man who lived in a little red house on top of a steep hill. He had a little black dog to keep him company. He called his little dog Smoky. At the bottom of the hill was a town. There were many stores in this town, stores that sold food, stores that sold clothes, stores that sold shoes. This is where this old man went to buy everything he needed. Every Saturday morning, he called Smoky and started off down the steep hill to buy the things he needed. Going down the hill was easy, for it was a steep hill, and the old man had nothing to carry. Besides, the old man used a cane to make walking easier. When this old man had finished buying what he needed, he put his supplies into a large bag and called to Smoky and started to climb the hill to his little red house. He climbed higher and higher. He became tireder and tireder. He said, then he sat down and rested. Smoky lay down beside him. Then he arose and continued to climb, higher and higher, and he became tireder and tireder. He said, then he sat down and rested. Smoky lay down to rest also. When he rested, he continued to climb. At last his little red house came into sight. When he came to the steps of the house, he sat down to rest. He said, Smoky came running up to the house. Smoky was tired too, and Smoky said, well, that's the end of the story, and now I have something for you to do. Put your hand out in front of your mouth. Open your mouth. Blow the air out from your mouth. Did you feel the air? Was the sound the same as the tired old man made? Listen for the tired old man sound, and when you hear it, raise your hand high. Ah, ah, E, O, E. Tell me what word has the tired old man sound in it. Cow, horse, dog. Yes, horse did. Hand, foot, arm. Of course, hand did. Barn, church, house. That's right, house did. Eyes, hair, nose. Hair did. Sometimes the tired old man laughed very hard. When he laughed, he would say, ha, 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 ho, 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 he, he. Put your hands on your sides and laugh like he did. Ha, 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 ho, 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 he, he, he. Now I would like you to listen for the tired old man sound in this poem. A hunter went a-hunting for a hare. But where he hoped the hare would be, he found a hairy bear. I'm hungry, Bruno hinted. I get hungry now and then. So the hunter turned head over heels and hurried home again. What were some of the words you heard that had the tired old man sound in them? Yes, it was in hunter. Let's say that word together so that we can feel the sound. Put your hand in front of your mouth. Hunter. Yes, it was also in hunting. Let's say that word together so we can feel the sound. Hunting. It was in hare. Let's say it. Hare. It was in hoped. Let's say that one. Hoped. It was in hairy and hungry. Let's say those two words together. Hairy and hungry. It was in hinted. Let's say that word. Hinted. It was in head and heels. Let's say those words. Head, heels. It was in hurried and home. Let's say those words. Hurried, home. This time, will you say the entire poem with me? I'll say a line for you to listen to, and then you say it. See whether you can feel the tired old man sound coming out. A hunter went a-hunting for a hare. But where he hoped the hare would be, he found a hairy bear. I'm hungry, Bruno hinted. I get hungry now and then. So the hunter turned head over heels and hurried home again. That was good. Have you remembered our riddle? The tired old man sound is Some boys and girls have names that begin with this sound. What are they? If your name is one of the names guessed, you may stand up. Helen, Henry, Herbert, Harriet, Harry, Hugh. Now those of you who are standing up may sit down. Perhaps you can think of more names beginning with the tired old man sound after I leave today. And now, girls and boys, I wonder if you asked your teacher to write for her copy of the Fun with Speech manual. All she needs to do is send a postcard or letter to Fun with Speech, KUSD, Vermilion, South Dakota. Your teacher will find lots of ideas and suggestions of how she can help you become better speakers. If you spend some time each day working on Fun with Speech, you will be ready for me to visit you next week and tell you about the motorboat. Your teacher should cut colored strips of paper, one for each of you, about 3 inches long and 1 inch wide, to be used next week when we meet again. Until then, this is Alice saying, goodbye, girls and boys.
By tape recording, you've been listening to Fun with Speech, a South Dakota School of the Air program presented in cooperation with the Department of Health and the University School of Education. This series is written by Ethel Bridgeford Grote.
hope that you've enjoyed this recording, and for more happy listening,